would like to recognize Andrew Canon representing the Rio Grande Valley MPO. You were right here. I'm so sorry.
It's all right, ma'am. Everybody wants to talk to the guy with the checkbook. I understand.
Sam got all excited. Go ahead.
First, I want to say thank you, Madam Chair. On behalf of the MPO Policy Board, we couldn't be happier for this meeting to be taking place at the RGV. It means a lot to the region, and since we are a regional entity, it's good to have so many people from so many vast areas across the region here today, so we appreciate it. Andrew Cannon, Executive Director, RGV MPO. We appreciate everybody being here today. I'll be giving a 30,000-foot snapshot of some of the projects taking place in the valley, as my partners are giving more specific information on the projects. Next one. So the RGV MPO, while new, we're going on our 4th year after the merger of the Hidalgo County, Brownsville, and Harlingen-San Benito MPO. We cover approximately 3,200 square miles of real estate, which makes up Cameron County, Hidalgo, and a portion of Starr County, and an estimated population of 1.8 million total people within the RGV area that we're planning activities for. We have 11 international ports of entry, which is discussed very often, but just wanted to point that statistic out for you. And something we're very excited about, I know it's been touched upon before, but we want to thank the administration and the TxDOT Commission for the actions last week for a UTP of a grand total of $142 billion in funding, a record for the state, $100 billion in construction. Just real quickly for anybody who wasn't there, didn't get a chance to listen in, 54% of that funding is state funds. I think that's really important to point out. That's a phenomenal number. And if it hadn't been for the legislators and the voters of Texas to give us Prop 1, Prop 7, and other tools, we certainly wouldn't be where we are today with funding statewide on the basis take care of that. And there's almost 9,000 projects within that 10-year UTP, so it's a record setter all the way around. For us, we have allocated about $500 million in Category 2, working with our TxDOT partners, and 36 projects that make up that Category 2. Just a snapshot for you, one of the projects that we have on our long-range plan is the I-69 connector. This would provide us an east-west high-speed arterial, much like Interstate 2 that would connect the two I-69 roadways that we have, I-69C and I-69E. To touch upon a little bit of what Pete Sepulveda gave us, we're hopeful that this will align carefully with what would be the outer parkway in the Harlingen-San Benito area, providing connectivity to the Second Causeway one day. About 50% of all visitors to the island during the peak season come from Hidalgo County, so this would provide us a safe and effective alternative to Interstate 2 going down to the island for people to traverse. On Category 7, the MPO funds that are selected mostly by the Policy Board in conjunction with TxDOT, we have $329 million for 52 projects within that UTP. That's a new one for us. Several very important projects within that Category 7 designation that we have and that we're moving forward with, including Alana Loop, about $25 million in the South Parallel Corridor in Cameron County. And then also on Category 9, we try to be very multimodal and represent that. We have $38 million in funds or 8 projects. The video that you have that's popping up on the screen is the Freddie Gonzalez Trail in Edinburgh that will be moving underway. This project is done also in partnership with the city of McAllen because they're trying to connect all of the trail systems to go along with what we call the linear park trail in Precinct 2, where you would be able to traverse from the Alamo area, Alamo San Juan area, all the way up to UTRGV on a singular trail system. So we try to be very multimodalism in our planning and our efforts moving forward. And then finally, we were very fortunate in the funds that we received through the carbon reduction program on the last transportation bill. We funded a 375 parking lot, if you will, for the Far Bridge commercial area, a little over $11 million. This project was selected because this project is ready to go, and it helps us on the reduction of the carbon footprint of those trucks sitting idle waiting on the bridge, give them somewhere to park, shut their vehicles down, and wait. We're doing 137 intersections across the region, or almost $1.9 million in intersection signalization improvements. $7.5 million in 5 miles worth of trails as well, mostly in the Cameron County area. And then $920,000 that we're doing in bus berths in the city of Brownsville. They've partnered with us on these projects so that we could move the buses out of the main lanes for pickup and drop off of passengers while allowing traffic to flow, again, having reduction on the carbon footprint for our area. So I know that was very quick. I know we're limited on time, but that's the information. If there's anything I can do to answer anything for you, my contact information is on your